Sharma!
Hi! Oh my god! It's
I'm just going
happening.
to start with a quick introduction. I'm sure a lot of the Rakshins who are watching this, if there are any watching this, already recognize you because you've been the face of the Rakshin Project for.
Ooh!
So, but for the rest of them, Sharmila Sharma is a talented actor, dancer, and a social activist. She's a well known face on the internet for her dance covers and her appearance in numerous other videos. She's been a part of content creation for iDiva and Men's XP and has featured in multiple videos of theirs. But Sharmila has a very, very, very special place in our hearts because today, it being Sakshi's birthday, Sharmila was part of the initial core team that kicked off the Rakshin project at the start of this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I am so happy to have you here. So we ask everybody this question, Sharmila, and we're going to ask you this as well. I've already described you in 3 words, but what are the 3 words you would use to describe yourself?
Oh god. Oh god. I don't know. I'm just. Nata, yeah, you're looking very pretty. I just really want to say this, Pele. Okay, you're looking very beautiful. It is pinned now. Okay. Can you hear me? This is also
Yes,
going to be
of course
very
I can
difficult.
hear you. Your audio and video is so very clear, Sharmila.
It is. How is the lighting? It's good.
Beautiful, it's beautiful. Are
Okay.
you using
Anyway.
a ring light?
Anyway. I am going to be serious. Okay. 3
Please.
words to describe myself. Oh God, I feel. I don't know. I think love. Love is going to be my first word. It's always my first word for anything and everything I feel. Second is that I'm just a very emotional person. I would just do whatever samne wala is asking me to do, like that. And third, hardworking. I feel like I'm also very hardworking. That.
And why do you say you said emotional and I do whatever the samne wala asks me to do? That's more like a pushover, no? But
Yeah,
I don't
but
think
no,
you're a
no, but
pushover
no,
at
but
all.
like I wouldn't do it if I don't want to do it. But emotional in the sense that I'm just like, if somebody's having a conversation with me, even for like the first time, I would just let out everything. Like I'm very open. Like I'm like, हाँ तू बता अपने बारे में, मैं बताती हूँ अपने बारे में. Let's get into it like that. So that's there with me.
You know, you're one of the most you're the one of the most happiest, joyful, like energetic, and at the same time, like really sincere and genuine people I have had the pleasure of knowing in my life. Honestly, Sharmila, and you always have this beautiful smile on your face, no matter what the situation is.
You're very kind.
And your energy is so infectious. Were you always like this? Like, or did you become like this? Who was Sharmila? Like, who has Sharmila been growing up?
Oh God. I actually was really quiet when I was growing up. I was a very shy kid. I was I feel like I never used to say anything. Like, if I wanted to dance, I wouldn't tell people that I wanted to dance. If I wanted to act, I couldn't tell people that I actually want to do it. I could never take center stage when I was a kid. It's been really different now. Now I can just do whatever I want and I say it out loud. But when I was a kid, I was just like in one corner. I actually did not have a lot of friends also back in school, which is weird for me.
So how did you become this person?
I mean, I knew that, I want to interact with people. I actually wanted to gel along with like everyone, but it just somehow did not happen when I was growing up. So I suddenly, I don't know, I just did a lot of theater also. A lot of acting happened in my life. A lot of that told me that I need to socialize. I need to be just, this happy version of myself. I need to give positive energies to people. That's when they will also give the same energy back. Don't you think, like, when you give a certain kind of energy to somebody, that reflects on you, right? It's if you're going to be sad, the other person is not going to be happy with you, I guess. So I always want to like smile, so the other people they're also smiling and they're just happy looking at my face.
I get very happy looking at your face.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the least I can do, no? Like, if I have to, I really like making other people smile. I don't want them to look gloomy and sad. So I smile at strangers. I actually smile at everyone. Like, I just want to smile.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
you
beautiful.
know me. I'm always like smiling, and then people ask me, why are you smiling? I'm like, I don't know, bro. Just, life. Yeah.
Like if you had to personify sunshine, I think it would be you. Wow.
I'm
Okay.
just like, my heart is melting. Why saying such nice things? I didn't know this life is going to have this vibe.
This vibe is
This
just
vibe. Yeah. And so many people are joining in also. Hi to everybody.
so Sharmila, you've this quarantine's been quite the journey for you, no? From having to move back to Jabalpur to leaving your cats to like
Yeah.
um I mean, even your growing up years weren't, let's say, all sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah.
So how are you dealing with life currently? What's going on? I'm sure there are days where you feel like it's the end of the world. Uh, but what are you doing to kind of um, overcome that?
It's been so tough. It's been it's been so tough for me because I did not know that I'll have to, leave Bombay for a bit and then I'll have to come here and stay with my parents. I recognize my privilege. I'm very privileged that I have a house where, my parents are letting me in and they're letting me stay here for a bit until I can go back to my own city and do my own thing. But इतना डिफिकल्ट था यार स्टार्टिंग लॉकडाउन में तो मुझे कुछ समझ में ही आता था कि मैं क्या करूं आई डिड नॉट नो हाउ टू सर्वाइव बिकॉज we were not even having auditions back then, starting of the lockdown the whole industry was just gone. We were not even giving self-tape auditions. It was just, I was like, I don't know what to do with my life, and I did not even have the strength or the energy to get up and tell myself ki maybe I should learn a new skill and maybe I should do that or this. I was just like, oh my god, hope, all of my hope is lost, and I don't know what to do. So I just did what I did, back when in 2018 when I had I think the biggest change in my life that happened then in 2018 when I lost my mother. I had learned one thing back then is when everything is falling apart, you just come back to your own self and just remember to breathe deep, breathe deeper. And when all of this was happening, because I remember that was the time I was also working with Sakshi, right? March, April. And I was also trying to get my head around auditions and everything. And nothing was happening. So I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So I'm just going to leave everything and I'm just going to sit on my yoga mat and I'm just going to just breathe. I'm going to breathe for 10 minutes and then see whatever happens will happen. And this is actually my daily routine. Every day, I just want to sit on my yoga mat and I want to breathe for half an hour because I would just want to tell myself that everything is going to be okay. Everything is fine. I need to just, breathe properly in order for my life to happen in front of me. Otherwise, what's the point?
True, true.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to do that. I know it sounds really basic. I mean, we breathe anyway. But you
We
know what I
really
mean, right? To hear your own breathing, it's so difficult in this chaotic world. You don't know how your breathing sounds like. So you have to just actually sit down with yourself and hear your heart out. So I love doing that now. It
Man,
makes
you're
me.
making me miss breathing.
I
I need to
know!
breathe.
I miss you so much. I can't tell you. It's just like we have to breathe together.
Yeah. You mentioned something. Uh, your mom. What do you
Yeah.
miss most about her? What was it like for her to be your mom and for you to be her daughter? And what did you learn from her growing up?
Oh God. Oh my God. I don't know the answer to this. What I missed, I just don't know. Like, that I actually, if I'm recalling my mom, I would also like to mention Smita here. I mean, Smita is the closest to what my mom used to make me feel like, and that was a big thing for me to actually, after 2 years, I had met somebody who made me feel like almost like my mom. And she's also taught me the same thing that my mom used to teach me, that believe in your knowing rather than what anyone else is saying about you, or where the crowd is going, or whatever the world is trying to tell you to do or be. Fuck that. Just believe in your knowing. My mom has taught me that. Then again, Smita has taught me that. So that is one thing I really want to like always remember and be, to believe in my knowing, because it's very difficult in this world right now to trust yourself. I feel it's very tough.
True.
And you tend to just sometimes go with the flow, and the flow is actually not yours, it's the crowd's flow. You know what I mean? Like it's not for you, but you are just going there because everyone else is going to.
Yeah.
And at that moment, to take a step back and to trust your own self, to trust your own knowing, I think it's the biggest gift a woman can actually like keep for her whole life. I feel, I mean, I don't know so
I
much,
wouldn't
but
just say women, I would say everybody. This is
yeah,
a
everybody.
huge thing. Today happens to be Sakshi's birthday, and you just mentioned Smita and you working with Sakshi. What was the journey like? I mean, it's a story, yeah, but I want to hear it.
Yeah, it's such a unique story. I mean, I don't even know like how. I did not think that Sakshi would happen in my life. I did not think that you will happen in my life. I had met Ritash, and I think she got this light in my life. She got me you. She got me Smita, and the whole Sakshi's group and everything. But working with Sakshi, knowing about Sakshi, Nat, personally, and I'm being very honest, I think that it has changed me in a lot of ways. Just for what I want to give you one example, okay? So day before yesterday, by the way, happy Dashera, happy Dasai, everybody. But day before yesterday, there was Ashtami, right? Where you call these kids, these young girls and boys, and they come and you feed them Kanya Bhojan and everything, right? So that was at like, and this is my first time doing it by myself without my mom and being at home with my father. So all of this is very new to me. So I was doing it alone. And all the girls had come, and there were few boys also who would come. Okay, so everyone seated and everything is happening. And I am, you know how I am, right? I'm just like bubbly. I just want to go play with everyone. I just want to go hug everybody. And I just want to be like, oh my God, come here and all of that. But that day I realized something. Now I have a different approach in approaching the kids. Now I'm not the same anymore. Like I remember before Sakshi, I was just like, give me a hug, and I would just, whatever. Now I realize the value of somebody's personal space more than, before. Now I realize that people, even these kids, they have their own set of boundaries. Maybe they don't realize it yet. They are not taught that way, whatever. But I am taught, I am educated about it. So I need to understand that that is their space, and I cannot just go in and shower all my love. They don't know what it would mean, right? But they would just take it. But we need to make them understand that na कि कोई भी आपके साथ कुछ भी आके नहीं कर सकता है. There has to be this line, right? And all of this is taught by Smita to me in that workshop which we'd gone for in Vardha. Do you remember? Where we were sitting in a circle and she was just like, cross that person and give the other person something. And they did that. Then the next thing she told us, what you just crossed somebody's boundary and you didn't even realize it, right? And I was like, oh god damn. So you can't invade in other people's space.
You and I know the story, but do you want to go a little bit more in detail about what happened and just that anecdote a little bit for our viewers?
Okay, so this is the workshop. This was the training of the trainees, right, Nat? In Vardha.
Yeah. This was just before the lockdown. Lockdown.
Yeah, this was before the lockdown, and it was for, I think, for almost a week. We were there for 5 days or something, right? And I did not know what I'm getting myself into, honestly, because this is a conversation that Natasha had with me and Natasha, that we are going for this workshop, we are going to do this, we're going to have a lot of fun, and we were like, yeah, we are on board, let's just go for it. So we go there and we reach Varda, and this incident, the whole workshop has changed something inside me, and because I cried for the whole of 5 days. I remember myself crying after one activity or the other. I was just like, मेरे पूरे emotions फूट के निकल गए थे, and I did not know so much untangling had to happen. Okay, so let me just come back to the workshop. I'm sorry, I get distracted. So we go for this workshop where we were getting to know everything about how to talk to survivors of child sexual abuse and domestic violence survivors, and be a Rakshin, and when you are a Rakshin, what to say, what not to say, how to behave with the kids who've come to you for help, for seeking for help. And I think this is my first time speaking about this online also. I am a survivor of child sexual abuse, and I hadn't spoken about it to anyone in my entire life till now. I mean, I did with our bunch of people and Sakshi and all of us. But before that, I had only spoken about that with my mom. And I'd forgotten about it. You know how it is, right? I spoke about that with my mom, and we spoke about it, and then I went to college, then I got a job and all of that. But recently, when I went for this workshop, I went there, and all of these things started unfolding, because I suddenly realized that how important it is for me to speak up about my own experience of CSA, and how that has affected me as a person, and how my experience could actually help anyone, even a single person, a single woman, a man, anybody, to come out and seek support, and seek support from the community, which is so important. So I had I remember the first day, I think we started speaking about the topic. We started speaking about child sexual abuse and domestic violence, and I think we were doing a lot of activities. We were doing a lot of group activities to show support, and that we're there for each other. And she was teaching us a lot of things.
We
And
played a lot of games as well. We played a lot of games.
Many games. Yeah, so many games we played. That was the one of the games that we did know, where the other thing that I was talking about right now.
The boxes.
Previously. Yeah.
Where you had to hide a box, and your teammates had to you had to protect the box from other teammates trying to reach it.
Yeah,
right?
That got really intense. That activity got really intense there, I remember. And a lot of things happened there, Nat. A lot of things, right? And I think you, Ritasha, and actually a lot of people, we were all very, very shook. And we did not know what to do. I did not know how to feel then.
If you don't mind, can I just quickly, for our viewers, sum up what exactly happened and how we took that role play into a real life learning experience?
Yes, please, let's go for it. That's why we're here. Please help
me.
Yes.
What happened exactly during that session was that we were broken up into 3 different teams, and all the teams were asked to guard the box, to find the box and to hide it, and stop the other teams from reaching the box. Yeah. So our friend Sharmila was the first person to reach that box, and she hid it underneath her t-shirt. Now, and then she went and ran to a tree and hugged the tree to protect that box. Now, in the spirit of the game, and these are people who have come to be trainers, in the spirit of the game, we didn't even realize what we were doing to poor Sharmila over there. And at the end of it, when we deconstructed that exercise, I think it was a learning lesson for a lot of us.
Yeah.
And I don't think we could have understood sexual violence in any other way than that experiential kind of a manner.
Yeah.
And I think one of the most touching points in that whole trip, I think, was when Sharmila just out of nowhere just stood up and just narrated her experience from her childhood, and that kind of gave others the strength as well to kind of reflect and go back and address their trauma.
Yeah.
Sharmila, you were the star of the Varda trip.
No, I mean, see, this is what I realized. You know, this whole thing that if I speak up, there's no stigma, there's no shame in me speaking about my experience, because when other women just if I don't know if you remember, just after my incident, when other women they got up and they spoke about their experiences, that is when this hit me, that I have to come out, I have to speak about this, and then see and just wait, and other people will show up, because everyone needs a helping hand. They're just waiting for the other person to come and give their hand to them. And I was like,
True.
wow, okay, I'm not alone, I shouldn't be feeling ashamed about something that didn't happen because of me. It reflects on that person, not on me, right? And I was like, okay, that was a whole lot of learning for me, and still is, constantly is, because sometimes I keep my mouth shut when I should speak, but I'm learning.
No, but you're vocal about a lot of things, about your experiences, what makes you happy. You've spoken about mental health and self love as well. So where does that feature in?
I think for me to speak about all of these issues, I require you guys. You know what I mean? I need a safe space. I need my community. I need my people. Like I honestly think, Nat, that I will not be able to speak about my experiences alone if I don't have smart women, intelligent women, empathetic women like you all backing me up. For example, right now, if you were not speaking to me, I wouldn't go live and talk about my experience, because I'm not that kind of person, and I don't think that I can do that, on my own. I seek support from you all, which is what happens, and exactly what happened with me in Vardha when Smita opened that door for me, when she opened her heart for me, that you can come in here and this is a safe space and you can talk about your experiences. And she did not leave me stranded in the middle of the way, right? For 5 days, she took care of me. Every day she was talking to me constantly, because she knew that there was a wound, अभी वो खुल गया है, तो वो दर्द तो देगा ही ना, मतलब you know what I mean, like this is going to be painful for the coming days, because you've entangled that one trauma you did not speak about, I don't know, for so many years, and suddenly you've got the courage to speak about it because of all the people surrounding you and helping you. So that was so important. So my point is that community is extremely important for me. My people are very important, very important. I think I survive like that. I survive because of my friends and my mentors, and you also taught me so much.
What
Of
what
course
what
you have. And you I don't even know whether you realize it or not, but you are one of the people who मैं बहुत ही shamelessly I come and speak my mind in front of you. I don't, like, it's like that with you, and I'm not like that with a lot of people, because I know, I know you will never judge me. You will always give me the right information. You will always make me unlearn something and learn the correct thing, which is what I value the most about you. You're amazing, Nat. Okay.
Thank you. I रुलाएगी क्या?
Oh, but it's true. It's true. That's why I'm like, I get so emotional. I'm always emotional with you all. Always.
I'm a little tongue-tied with that compliment, but so you spoke about safe spaces, Sharmila, and you spoke about non-judgment. What constitutes a safe space for you? What are the ingredients of a safe space?
I think honesty. Honesty is just, if you can't be honest with your family member, or you cannot be honest with your partner or your friends, you will never, I feel like, for me, I think you will never be able to find that safe space, right? Safe space का मतलब ये होता है कि you come in as you are. You don't have any preconceived notions. You're just coming as how you are, and you just want to say or do or feel, or just shout, yell, or whatever you want to do. but with that person जो आपको जैसे हो वैसे आपको accept करे और कुछ ज्यादा आपसे expect ना करे, ना आप उससे करो, but just how you are. So I feel like honesty, because even if I'm doing something wrong or if I'm doing something right, whatever, but you have to say that to me. You know what I mean? Like it can't be कि yes sir वाले लोग कि हाँ आज तू sad है तो मैंने तेरे बारे में सुन लिया, then I'll give you a hug, फिर चलो जाने दे, भूल जाए. To give that kind of feedback also. In Vardha, when I was going through all of these emotional turbulences and all of this was happening in my mind, Smita would call me in her office, and Nat, you know what she did with me? She never consoled me. Never. She never asked me to stop crying. And I was like, I thought she's going to do that, right? Chup ho jao, everything is going to be fine. You don't have to cry. No. She asked me to cry more. She asked me to scream if I wanted to. She asked me to do whatever I wanted to do at that moment. And not a lot of people allow you to be who you are, to feel what you're feeling at that moment, because they just want to dismiss it. They want to move on to the next thing, the next feeling, the next hour, the next activity. Nobody wants to wait कि अभी तो रो ले, अभी मैं तेरे साथ बैठी हूँ, तू रो ले. कोई यही होता है ना, सामने वाला यही बोलता है ना, अब चुप हो जाओ, because they also get really scared. They're like, शांत हो जाओ, everything is going to be fine and all. No, Smita taught me, if you want to cry, you sit here and cry for half an hour more, and I'm going to be here right in front of you, not pushing you to stop crying, not telling you that everything is going to be okay, because it's not okay right now. You're not feeling okay, and that's fine. Be not okay, but I'm here. So that is my safe space. And I hate it when I'm feeling a certain feeling and somebody is just dismissing it, and they're like, chal chhodna, chal chhodna. What is this chal chhodna? Like, what is that?
We get that a lot, no? We get that a lot from our friends and our family.
Yeah.
Ki chal chhodna, kya, like,
क्या
get
रो
over
रही
it.
है?
Just
क्या रो
move
रही
on.
है?
Life is beautiful. Let's just get along and get.
Yeah, life is so good, Everything is just wow, roses. Oh my god, ऐसा नहीं होता यार. It's just tough.
What life lessons have you learned? Life is tough, but life happens. But what are the life lessons you've learned along the way?
One of the life lessons, I don't know, I think would be, I used to be this person who would shy away or who would hide myself from conversations with smart people, intelligent people who I used to think are intelligent and smart. Not necessarily, they could be or they are, I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like, I used to be like, I don't know as much as they know, so I should just shut up and I should just, not say anything and not participate in this. But now I feel like I've learned that just do your best until you know how to do better. And I'm telling you, Nat, once when I was working under you, this is one of the major, like every day I woke up and I knew that I don't know as much as you know or anybody else in the team knows. But I was like, no, I'm going to do my best today until my mentor, my Natasha tells me कि अच्छा नहीं, this could have ऐसे कर सकते हैं, इसको ऐसे कर सकते हैं, इसको ऐसे कर सकते हैं. I never wanted to hide. I've hidden before, from tasks, from like a lot of social work and a lot of things, because I was very afraid that everyone's gonna judge me because, oh my god, she did not say the right thing. Oh, but she's just doing it for whatever reasons, So I never wanted to be that person. But I realized कि जब तक करेंगे नहीं ना तो पता नहीं चलने वाला. बिना करे नहीं पता चलता. And people are going to judge you anyway. So please कर लो, उसके बाद एटलीस्ट पता होगा ना कि जब दोबारा करोगे वो बेटर कैसे होगा. तो एक तो ये लाइफ लेसन पक्की बात है मुझे. आई थिंक ये ऑडिशंस दे के समझ में आया है. Just keep giving them. Once you keep giving auditions, then you realize that you can do so much better every day because you're rehearsed now. You're in that flow.
That's what life is, no? Every day is a chance to evolve into a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
And also another thing that you said about shying away from people who are better read than us or more or intellectually more stimulating in a
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
You know, it's I face that all the time in Sakshi. Hey, I'm no academic, I'm a filmmaker, and here are all these people talking law and gender studies, and I'm like, मेरे को फिल्म बनाना आता है बस, right? मैं
Yeah.
काम करेगी, मेरे को डिजाइन बनाना आता है, मैं अपना काम करेगी.
हाँ.
You give
हाँ.
me a piece of communication, I will condense it, and I will like make it accessible to the layman. And I think that, you know, you don't need to feel embarrassed that for not knowing certain things. It is not
Yeah.
our job to know all these things.
Yeah.
It's good that we are getting information, but at the same time, I think real knowledge and real wisdom comes from life experiences, and
That,
and that you can't pick up in any book.
that's very true. That's very true. I agree. I agree. And that has helped me a lot. My own experiences have helped me more than what books have. I mean, I'm not dismissing the fact that they are of great knowledge, but my experiences have taught me more than any other author or any other person because I've lived them. So obviously it is of more value, right? But that's what happened because when I did the films for Sakshi Nat, I knew that I'm going to kill it that day because it's my job. I love acting. So I know that I'm just going to come and I'm going to do the script and I'm going to be the best version of me today. But when it came to doing the, managerial wala work, I was just like, oh God, something's going to go wrong today. Something's going to go wrong today. But I kept telling myself, show up, show up, show up. You're going to learn something new today, and which is great. Which is great. Apart from being this boring person who doesn't want to evolve and doesn't want to participate, I'd rather be this person who's going with, I feel like even zero knowledge or whatever knowledge, but is willing to learn. That's more important.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Wow. So, yeah, you were definitely. I must tell the audience that we made those films and we made them all in a day. So,
Yeah. It was
six films
amazing.
we shot 6 films in one day. It was a crazy day, and Sharmila, in her own words, killed it.
जहां पे क्रेडिट ड्यू है वहां पे तो अपन लेगा क्रेडिट.
मस्त लेना चाहिए,
मस्त
लेना
लेगा.
ही
जहां
चाहिए.
पे नहीं है क्रेडिट, जहां पे अपन ने फकअप किया, अपन बोलेगा अपन भाई ये अपन से नहीं हुआ है, अपन नहीं कर सकता है ये.
Lovely. Sharmila, okay, so you're this young, bubbly, dynamic person, and you're an influencer.
I'm not.
You're an influencer. Um, so, so as an influencer, as somebody who is a youth icon in a sense, what role does the youth play in what we are trying to do, and how can we go about achieving it?
I think responsibility and participation. These two words I feel are very, very important for me. As in, I'm not going to call myself an influencer because I'm not Nat. I've realized this over a period of time. I'm just somebody who has a lot of people loving me, for which I'm very, very grateful. And I'm very, very, very happy. And I'm always going to be super grateful for everyone who's following me on Instagram, because sometimes I feel like I don't give as much as love that I get from people on my Instagram. But that's a completely different story. So coming back to our point, I feel like responsibility and participation. It's very easy these days to sort of, hear about a cause, then believe in that cause for half an hour, and it's actually extremely easy to forget about everything that you read and every story that affected you in the next 2 hours. You know what I mean? It's very easy कि कोई एकदम से suddenly people will be very affected, will be like, oh my God, I truly believe in this cause and I'm definitely going to do something about it. But if you actually see them after, I think, a few hours or whatever, they're busy in their own lives and they've gone with the flow and then they've forgotten about it. So for me personally, it was very important when I was working with Sakshi to have that kind of responsibility. That is I asked you and Smita, and I think it was the same with like all three of us when I said, I want to participate. I want to be inside the system. After the workshop, I remember I was very curious. I was very enthusiastic. I said, I don't know the academic terms. I don't know a lot about this topic, but I want to be inside the system and I want to work with you guys and then do something for, like survivors of CSA and gender based violence. I said, I don't want to be just another person giving a swipe up for this and that and asking for donations. I actually want to be inside the system and see how difficult and how tiring and exhausting, plus but it is also at the same time very like it gives you immense amount of satisfaction when you do that which I've learned when I did that. But I was like, if I'm going to take this responsibility, I might as well do some action related to it. Not just say ki I will give you a swipe up, I will give you this, I will talk to my influencer friends about you all, and this organization and that. I said no. I wanted to work hard. I really wanted to work as hard as you guys were, which I did. And then I understood that, oh my god, it's not easy. I remember.
It is hard work. It is hard work.
You guys are just like Nat, you and Smita, I don't know the stamina, the kind of stamina that you guys have. And your emotional, your mental, like this strength. It's impeccable. Because, I don't know how you all don't cry. Because I used to get, I
Who
was
told
like,
you
oh my
we
god,
don't cry? Who told you we don't cry? Cry every day. Cry every day because it is exhausting. It is exhausting to be because social change and especially prevention and a shift in a mindset is a slow process. It is something that has that that will be achieved probably 10 years down the road or maybe 20
yeah,
years down the road, but we've got to keep at it little by little, like just and that's what Sakshi has been doing. We started from a place where there were absolutely no laws to address
yeah,
sexual violence in the country, to actually then bringing about those laws that address sexual violence, and then after that there was a gap in the understanding of the law by the judiciary. So then we led a judicial education program on gender equality for the judiciary of 5 nations. So from no laws to bringing the laws to educating the judiciary on the laws. Now we've
yeah,
come to
yeah,
a place where we're like, we need to bring this information to you and me, because we don't know about the law, we don't know about our rights, we don't know how to say no, and
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
and yeah, and it's high time that we do so. That's what the Rakshin Project is about. It is a movement to prevent sexual violence. We are working with 4 million youth across. We're reaching out to, we're in the process of reaching out to 4 million youth in the country and equipping them with skills and information and tools to address the issue and to become active bystanders and preventers of sexual violence, especially child sexual abuse. So
True.
please do go hit that donate button in the bio, please, because uh, every penny counts, because there's so much shame, silence, stigma, and denial, as Sharmila and I have discussed. Uh, that funding is not easy as
It's
well.
not easy. It's not easy. We've gone to from like one office to the other. We've gone for investors and we've just I know those the kind of meetings that we've had, Nat, they are just everything is very tough when you're doing this kind of work. You have to have
Yeah.
your whole heart into it, and every single day, you can never have your own tantrums going on. It's very difficult work. And kudos to you guys because you do it every day, and I know that tomorrow for the Zoom meeting, you will be just as glowy, as refreshed as ever, and you will be just like, "Ki aaj to kill karenge." I know you, and this is the kind of attitude the whole Sakshi team has, and I've seen it. So I'm just like I'm always in awe of the kind of strength that you all have. कि भाई कल भी काम करना है, परसों भी करना है, and kill करना है. Like, every day.
Thanks, Sharmila. Times are really tough, and this is all the motivation that we needed to carry on with this work.
Yes.
So, with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Sharmila, is there anything else you'd like to add?
That people were here to listen to us, Nat, and I just want to sing happy birthday. Will you please join me?
Let's sing happy birthday to Sakshi, and
Yes.
I think everybody should join
two,
it.
1, 2, 3, go!
Happy
birthday
to
to
you.
you. Happy birthday
Birthday
to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday, dear
dear
Sakshi.
Sakshi. Happy
birthday
to you. It's been, I think, 28 years, but to many, many, many more milestones for Sakshi and the whole team. And all my love for you all, you know it. Always.
Love you, Sharmila. Love you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you. Have a very, very good evening.